menangis.
Kalau mata kanan hendak terkedut, itu tandanya
Mau dapat rezeki.
Tetapi ini memang lain lagi. Hatiku yang kedap-kedut, dadaku yang berdegup. Apakah mungkin mau ketemu si doi? Apakah mungkin mau ketemu si doi? Ku di Jakarta, abang di Medan. Hampir sebulan kita tak jumpa. Jangankan abang mengirim salam, sepucuk surat pun takkan
When the rock band Garbage first appeared in 1995, no one knew what to expect from a group made up of 3 Midwestern record producers and a Scottish lead singer. But with 4 million copies sold, their self-titled debut turned out to be one of the most successful alternative albums of the 1990s. Here's a look. Their second album is entitled Version 2.0. It recently received Grammy nominations for both Album of the Year and Rock Album of the Year. Joining me now are the members of Garbage, lead singer Shirley Manson, guitarist and keyboardist Duke Erickson, bass player Steve Marker, and drummer Butch Vig. He previously produced albums for such bands as Nirvana and Smashing Pumpkins. I am pleased to have all of them here this evening. Welcome. This is great for me.
Thank you. It's good to be here.
Just before, in case there's somebody that doesn't know who you are, you know, tell me about the nature of what it is, the music. The sense, Shirley, tell me what this music, what is it that Garbage does? How would you characterize the sound, as they all say?
We've been asked that a lot, and we never really know how to describe it. And I think lately the one that we think works the best for us is a pop mongrel.
A pop mongrel?
Yeah.
Would that do it? Yeah.
It's like a hybrid, perhaps, just of various dogs mating
copulating
at some point. Yeah. And what you get is sound. I mean, we just feel free to borrow and steal from any musical genre that we want, you know. So I think that's what she means by pop mongrel.
And how did you get together? I mean,
long story short.
Yeah, make the long story short.
I mean, we'd been working as producers, and we'd worked in bands together, and we had a new idea for a band, and Steve saw Shirley on MTV one night with her band Angelfish.
Yeah.
And we called her up. I think she was doing the dishes back in Scotland, and asked her to come and sing on a couple tracks, and it just all sort of fell into place.
What did you see, Steve?
It was mainly the voice. Heard the voice, and it just sounded like exactly what we were looking for. And we couldn't believe our great luck that it worked out, that we've been able to work together for so long.
Did you all want to both produce and be part of the band? Or was that always the intent?
Yeah. We were musicians long before we produced. The only reason we even started working in the studio was to make our own, make our own records.
Yeah.
And we think the line between producer and musician is blurred, in our case. We don't really consider ourselves producers.
You're just musicians.
Yeah.
We're musicians who like to make records.
Yeah. And when you came for the audition, how was it for you?
Hellish.
Hellish.
Yeah, it was really awkward because even though they had had all this experience as producers, they'd never been in the situation where they'd worked with session musicians. They'd always worked with bands.
Yeah.
And so they were unbelievably uncomfortable. And of course, I was a complete novice because I'd always worked in bands. So for us both, this whole situation felt like a debasement.
Yeah.
It was really uncomfortable for us. But luckily, after the audition, which was a complete fiasco, we went out and got steaming drunk, gloriously drunk. And I think we realised that we could get on as human beings, and ultimately that's what's the most important thing in a band. So I think that's drew us back together.
More than music, more than anything, is that you get along and you communicate?
Well, the music went without saying, in that we love one of the things that drew us together in the first place was we liked the same kind of music. So that wasn't an issue. But the fact that you can communicate together, I think, is really important when you're working with other human beings.
Is there first among equals among the three of you? Does anybody sort of, in the end?
The roles shift a lot. We all have kind of jobs that we do, but the jobs shift from day to day.
Yeah. So it's almost the three of you have to agree, or the four of you have to agree. Before.
That's kind of a...
Charlie.
I was waiting to see if I got a reaction. See, you were perfect.
Well, put it this way, my nickname is the Queen, so that'll give you some idea of what goes on around here.
How did you get the nickname the Queen?
I have absolutely no idea.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How'd she give her that nickname? Who gave her that nickname?
Duke did.
Duke?
Don't bust me on Charlie Rose. Don't do it.
Yes, ma'am.
There it is, huh? That's it. The band, so all of a sudden you come in and then you go get drunk, smashing drunk. Someone says you're a mess and it sounds like whatever, but all of a sudden you're together and you're in a studio and you're recording, right? How long did it take to break through?
Ooh, I don't know.
To know you had something special here, that it was going to work.
I think the first time we knew we had something special was when we were asked to be a part of compilation on a kind of a hip magazine in England called Volume, and they put out a quarterly publication along with a CD, and they heard something that we were working on and wanted to put it out, and all of a sudden Radio 1 in London was playing it. So it just sort of took on a life of its own at that point. But there's never been like one point where we felt like we've made it. It's been such
But
a
there's
slow...
a sense you know that it's growing. You know that...
Well, we knew that somebody out there
Somebody
liked
was
it,
noticing.
and to have it be accepted in England, in London, was kind of a thrill for us. 'Cause we'd
United
always
Kingdom, Duke.
Huh?
The United Kingdom.
The United Kingdom
Let's hear from the Queen again.
was, you know, because we grew up listening to that music and stuff. So.
Yeah. Are you happiest on stage?
Yeah. Pathetic, isn't it?
Well, no, it's not.
Don't you
I mean,
start all your analysis with me, not right now. If I might break down into tears, and then what are you going to do?
No, but I mean, when you see you prance across stage, it is said.
Are you telling me it's sad?
No, I'm telling you, people
Thanks, I
say
think.
that she looks sexier, happier, more in control than they have ever when they see you on stage. I mean, you almost come alive in a way that you can see it. You know what I mean? I mean, the music infuses you, and maybe that's...
No, I mean, I think that's one of the curses of all people who perform and do kind of what I do, is it's a sense of escape from reality. I mean, it's creating a sort of other world for yourself that you are master of. You are the controller.
How is this different from...
The first one?
Yeah.
Well, it's just kind of an extension, really, I think, of the first one. We had never really played live or toured, you know, before the first record. And then after the first record, we were on the road for a year and a half, playing together almost every night for an hour and a half, you know. And it was, we really gelled as a band, and so better chemistry, I think, on this record. It sounds more like a band. And the songs are written more as a band.
You're going to have lots of chances at Grammys. Was this year a disappointment?
I think it's always disappointing when you're that close to winning something. I mean, I think we realise that awards themselves are kind of silly, because I don't think you can, you know, in the field of arts, say what is best and better than. But I think we felt lucky that we had a lot of attention focused on the album that we'd worked really hard on. And then, so when you're that close to the winning line, it's annoying when you don't come away with anything, you know, come the day. But we got over it after about 5 minutes. It's just that initial, you know, it's just that initial, damn, we lost it. And then, you know, then we had a lot of fun, and, you know, it's
and
no
there's
big
next
deal.
time.
I don't think we ever think about next time. I don't think we ever felt that awards are really part of what we do. I mean, we were looking forward to making another record. I don't think we think, oh, next time we can...
How do you think you're growing as musicians, as performers? I mean, how are you different than you were 2 years ago?
I think it's just that chemistry thing we were talking about before. It just gets better the more time you spend with one another, and I think we feel more at ease around one another and more sort of willing to share ideas or try ideas that may fail. And that takes a while to get there.
Same thing is true in the creation of an album. It takes a while to get it right the way you want it.
It took a year for that one.
Yeah, why does it take a year? For the reasons you
Good
said.
question. I mean, we wanted to make an album that worked all the way through, you know, where you can put it on and listen to 12 songs. A lot of times you get a new album these days, you hear a single and you buy it, and there's not very many good songs on it. And we wanted to sort of work as a whole, so we paid a lot of attention to each song on there. And the nature of how we work, where we use a lot of layers and technology and samples, can be very time-consuming. The songs have a tendency to veer all over the place, and it's sort of the nature of how we started working. And I mean, who knows if we'll do that on the next record? But it was a pretty intense experience making version 2.0.
And of course, there's always the penchant and the predilection to hang around bars drinking lots of cocktails.
You have to try to cut that out next time.
Yeah, we would at least knock down to a 6-month period, probably.
Now, how is it for you to hang out with these guys all the time?
Pretty amazing. I mean, I love them dearly. I wouldn't be in the band if I didn't. I think we all feel we're blessed in that respect.
That it works.
Yeah. It doesn't just work, it's like enjoyable for the most part.
Does that, I mean, bands come and bands go, as you all know, as do television programs, come and they go. Does the fact that this chemistry works so well, you know, in your own mind, give you a greater sense of being in it for the long run?
Curiously enough, I think what's been great about this band is we've never thought long term. We've always just thought about the short term and the moment and tried to max out our enjoyment of that particular time frame. And I think that's lent us a certain freedom. I don't think we're frightened by what might happen. It's just we tend to try and concentrate on what's happening now. And I think that's really armed us well in what is the music business, which, as everybody knows, is a horror story. So,
as a singer, who do you look up to? Who do you think, wow, that's out there today?
You mean contemporary?
Yeah,
or
contemporary.
I like a lot of different types of singers. I mean, I'm a huge fan of Fiona Apple and PJ Harvey, Courtney Love, Bjork. But I also love a lot of, I love Mary J. Blige. Who else do I love? I love a lot of different voices. But,
Didn't I read a story about you guys? I mean, when the day that you found out Kurt Cobain died, maybe not, but I thought this happened.
It's true. It's a very strange coincidence. We flew over and met Shirley in London, and that was the day that Kurt
So
died.
the day you met her
Yes.
was the day that Kurt Cobain committed suicide.
And we weren't even really aware of that until some journalist pointed it out, 6 months later, a year later, something like that. But very strange coincidence.
5 years from now, where do you think you'll be? How about 5 days from now? How about 5 months?
5 days, I think we're going to be in Salt Lake City.
That's part of the fun of this whole thing. We don't have any idea.
You know, and that's what makes it fun.
Yeah, it's great.
It's all unpredictable in experience, you know. Yeah. Is there a point in which you're going to say to these guys, I want to solo? Have you ever talked about it?
no, we haven't talked about it. I mean, I think it's the same for everybody in the band. There'll come a time, I'm sure, when we don't feel comfortable touring in a rock band anymore. And there's other things
they always say that, and then they're 50, then they're 55, and then they're 60,
and
and 60, and then they're dead.
Yeah. Thanks, I think.
But it's true, though. I mean,
No,
I can remember when he was 45 asking Paul McCartney, how long can you do this? And he said, oh, a couple of years.
Yeah.
You know?
But, I mean, when we started this, we never intended to do this full-time and to tour like we have, and it's become an incredible obsession for us. I don't think that we're going to necessarily do the same, make an album tour. I mean, we want to score a film soundtrack. We've talked about doing some collaborating, starting our own label and working with other artists. And I'm sure we're all going to do individual things, but Garbage may continue to make music for a long time in various different incarnations.
The obsession is what? You said before it became an obsession, you were thinking about...
I just think it's an obsession we've all had for years, just making music and trying to write songs, you know.
Trying to write the perfect pop song.
Right.
The perfect pop song.
Which is impossible to do.
When someone says you're creating pop music, you say you got it right. That's what we're about, and that's what we're proud of, and that's what we're doing, and that's what an audience responds to.
Yeah, I mean, we think you can write pop songs that have depth.
Of these, which one has the most depth?
Well, I think each individual member would probably have a different one. For me, probably Medication. Not so much depth, but it meant a lot to me when we worked on that song, and it helped me through a very difficult time. So that, to me, is a really important song.
Give me just a sample of the lyrics of Medication.
Oh, no. Don't do this to me, you swine.
Swine? That's a Scottish phrase?
I love it when you get all, ooh, I don't know, that misty look comes over you and making me blush, Charlie.
Someone else said about this album, it had a kind of cinematic feel to it. Do you know what that means? What does it mean?
Well, I think we use a lot of layers and like some of the textures to fill in the music that aren't always necessarily musical. It doesn't have to be a piano or a guitar or a bass riff. And Steve and I went to film school. We're all huge cinema fans. That's constantly what we do on the tour buses, watch movies every night. And we've had a lot of directors approach us about collaborating or working on a film, and we take that as a huge compliment. I mean, that's something that we want to do, is score a film at some point.
I would think that would be easy to do. Duke, you have said that the next album will be a giant takeoff from this album.
Next album's
giant,
huge.
We all
No,
want us to
departure would be a
notified.
better word. Departure.
Well, I think that...
Did you say that or not?
I said that I think that we've kind of talked about it as much as we dare, you know, as far as what the next record's going to be like. We all have kind of ideas in our heads, but I think it probably will be more of a departure than this record was. This record is more of an extension.
Yeah. Will it take a year to do it?
Oh, jeez.
Might take a couple of years.
All right, Garbage version 2.0. Thank you very much.
Thank you very
It's a
much.
pleasure to have you here.
It's a pleasure being here.
Thanks.
Next performance will be where?
Phoenix.
Phoenix, Denver, Salt Lake City, Las Vegas, San Jose, Portland, Seattle,
You know all
LA.
this in your head.
It's really sad.
Yeah.
I think it's because we have a holiday coming up afterwards.
We're counting the days
Never
down.
mind crossing them off.
Thank you for joining.
Thank you.
Pleasure.
We have
Thank
Claire
you.
Danes coming up next, right?
That's right.
Who we are massive fans of.
Did you
I was
tell
telling
her?
you, no, I hope to meet her, but
We can
I told
arrange
you,
that.
two of the shows that saved my life when I first came to America was Charlie Rose, which was
Yeah.
a big favourite of mine, and My So-Called Life, starring, of course, the lovely Claire Danes. I've been a huge fan of hers ever since. So, and we gave her some. We have one of our tracks on one of her movies. So,
Would you want to stay and help me interview her?
no, you do a good job by yourself.
No, I think you could. You want to stay and help me?
No. But tell her we said hi if we don't
Well, you're
see
going
her.
to see her. She's coming out here
Are
right
we?
now.
All right.
Can you bring Claire out?
Don't, don't you dare,
Claire?
swine.
Swine! That's 3 times swine! No, don't you move.
Peace.
Come here, Claire. Please. Take a departure from Yale and come out here. Hey, come here for a second.
Hi
Do you
there,
know
Claire.
Nice.
Hi, too. Nice to meet you too.
Did you know they were big stars of yours? Friends of you? That you were a star? They were big
They're
fans?
big stars
No?
of mine.
Did you know they were fans?
Yeah, no,
You know now,
I'm
don't you?
totally flattered and
Yeah.
honored. I'm a
She's
huge
our
fan.
favourite contemporary American
Actress. Is that right?
Yep.
How about that?
Certainly one of my favorite bands.
We'll be right back with Claire Danes. Stay with us.
Oh, you're kidding me. This was on your telly. Don't you dare.
Of course.